At the time we get to the fourth quarter, it'll be about 75 degrees. There is a breeze. They've opened the stadium roof here in Indianapolis. A look at Gary Kubiak, who grew up in Houston, played at Texas A&M, then the NFL, and after coaching with Shanahan in Denver for the Broncos, became the Texans head coach back in 2006. And Jim Caldwell was a longtime Tony Dungy assistant, and Peyton Manning is quarterback coach for the last 7 years. You've had the flip of the coin. The Colts won. Here is Chris Brown. He'll be kicking off, an original Texan, and deep back will be Chad Simpson, a second-year running back out of Morgan State. It's the Texans. It's the Colts, and here we go from downtown Indy. He'll leave it in the end zone. To the 20-yard line and a 1st and 10 for Indianapolis.
It's all about speed and tempo, trying to catch the defense in their alignment. He's going to really bleed the clock. It's not a hurry-up offense, but once they come off the ball, the tempo is fierce and fast.
Yep, for everybody, including us up here from the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Manning. A fake to a die. It's off to Dallas Clark. He is brought down by Wilson. Cushing there as well. It's a gain of 3 to the 23-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Here's Clark again. On the flat and across the way. The hit was made by Reeves and by Pollard. It's a gain of 11. It's a 1st down to the 33 on 1st and 10. Here's a completed pass to the 38-yard line. It goes to Pierre Garçon. Gain of 5 right there. It's first. Make it 2nd down now and 5 to go. And this is off to Austin Collie. He makes the catch at the 49. That's a gain of 9. Covered on the near side by Dante Robinson. We told you this was a fast-paced offense.
Yeah, he's on the attack. And, you know, Peyton Manning is like a shark. He smells blood in the water. And he told us they were going to get the nickel defense from Houston. That's what he's getting right now.
And again, they get Clark. And banged out of bounds on the near side by Glover Quinn, a rookie. And a gain of about 10, close to a 1st down. They're down to the 41-yard line of the Houston Texans.
Kevin, when we talked to Peyton Manning, he says, I hope they give us their nickel look. And what that is the 5 defensive backs. Remember, the Houston Texans will take a linebacker out of the game, playing with only 2 now with 5 defensive backs. He said he was going to work the ball to Dallas Clark. I'll go with the running game like you see here.
Well, as you talk about, there is Clark with the little block, and it goes to Adai, who picks up 4. Adai is from Houston, was a terrific high school quarterback there. Gained down to the 37-yard line.
He said that with that 5th defensive back playing in the box, that they're going to check to more run plays. Peyton Manning, more 4,000-yard passing season than anyone.
How about that? 2nd down and 6 pass. They're going for Collie. Incomplete, and some good coverage downfield by Quinn. First player in NFL history in 1 decade with over 40,000 passing yards.
And that's because I think this year will be his 10th season with over 4,000 yards passing. And you can hit that 40,000 career mark pretty quickly.
Dean with a good block. Here's a 3rd and 6, and caught by Collie. Coverage by Glover. Collie is a rookie out of BYU. He was one of the top receivers in all of college football a season ago.
Excellent play by Glover Quinn. Now watch this. He's in coverage, and you're in the hip pocket. You don't want to hit the receiver. Then once the ball touches the hand of Austin Collie, then Glover Quinn's able to knock it down.
So 8 plays and punt for the Indianapolis Colts, and boot this way will be the rookie Pat McAfee, and deep back, and you can see him shading his eyes back there, is Jacoby Jones. Always explosive.
There's movement.
A false start, and boy, they're pointing both ways. It was 4th down and 6. As you take a look at Jeff Triplett, our referee today. He did the New Orleans-Atlanta game this past Monday down in Louisiana. And that against the Houston Texans.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 57 of the defense. 5-yard penalty. It will still be 4th down.
Well, special teams miscue right there, and that's much to the chagrin of their coach, Gary Kubiak. And they put the defense back out there. The offense is out there for the Colts. It'll be 4th down and a yard to go.
Last week versus the San Francisco 49ers, there were multiple issues with the sun coming right through Lucas Oil Stadium field last week. You could see the sun right there. And many of the players, Dallas Clark, Peyton Manning, told us that there can be a problem when the wide receivers are in the end zone looking back to find the ball.
Got a defensive lineman in the backfield. That is Eric Foster, 68, with the dive. Play action by Manning. Foster with the block. Charlie Johnson with the block, and the guy is out of bounds. Good coverage by Cushing, so on downs they turn it over. Nice defense by the Texans. And a confused Peyton Manning on the 32-yard line with Moats starting. First down and 10. Blocked by Dwayne Brown. And the guy's curled around. There's Freeney. Brown gave him time. Good coverage sack on the play. Loss of 4. They go back to the 28-yard line, and Freeney records his 9th sack of the season.
Already 9 straight games with a sack does Dwight Freeney have. You see him working against Dwayne Brown. I think Shaw just holds on to the ball too long. He's got to have a greater sense of timing of when to get rid of the ball. He even told us that when we spoke with him yesterday. Can't get caught holding on to the ball, or Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis will wreck your game plan.
Francisco comes in as a 5th defensive back on 2nd down and 13 yards to go, and they go outside right here with the gain to the 29, and a fumble on the play. As you see, they're going to call it a gain of 1, and they go outside. The 3rd down and 12. Slayton is in with an entourage, and this by Myers on a block, and he's shy of the first down. He was upended on the play on the near side by Gerard Powers. Here's the punt now by Matt Turk. And he's a great hang time guy. Deep back is T.J. Rushing, signaling for, and allotted the fair catch back at the 21 with a hang time of over 5 seconds. Each team with the possession so far. Each team has given it up to the other. 3 plays punt by the Houston Texans moments ago. 9 plays and on downs. The first series for Peyton Manning in the offense from the 21. Their second possession. First down and 10. Scanina begins the defensive series right here. Here is Clark on an end around, a tight end around, chased by Pollard and D'Amico Ryans. And that's a gain of 4. And he's out of bounds on the play at about the 25.
Antonio Smith, the defensive end, came in so fast he ran right by Dallas Clark on the reverse. The things that the Colts will do, they will try to keep the defense off balance, but remember, everything is about attacking the defense.
5 in the secondary, 2nd down and 6. And this is caught by Reggie Wayne, hit by Glover Quinn. He slants his way up to the 31-yard line and close to a first down with a pickup of about 6 on the play.
Glover Quinn is one of those young players, rookie, starting in this game today on this defense for the Houston Texans. So is Brian Cushing. And remember, Gary Kubiak says they're going to see some things from Peyton Manning they've never seen.
It is a first down for Manning in the offense. They go to Clark once again, hit by Cushing, hit by Reeves, and picks up 11 yards. Another first down for the Colts to the 42.
And what did Cushing tell us? You have to be patient against Peyton Manning. They're going to make some plays. They're going to move the chains. But you can't allow those touchdowns to really just pile up on you.
On 1st and 10, they take out Scanina. They put in Bowman. They go deep here looking for Garcon. And on his heels, he had Reeves and Pollard. And now it'll be 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10. Beam with the block outside to Adai. And forced out of bounds by Quinn, the rookie out of New Mexico, and that's a gain of 7 yards. Markham Solly at the 50.
Peyton Manning never turns down an opportunity to attack one-on-one coverage. He gets Reggie Wayne against one defender. He is going to take a shot. And if the sun is affecting him, yeah, he's going to pull it down. But he wants to attack the one-on-one defender.
3rd down and 3. Into the nickel. Did Wayne get it? Flag is thrown. They call it incomplete. Wayne is having a terrific season. They have ruled the pass an incomplete. The flag has been thrown at the 40-yard line. They say it's against the Texans. A shove. It'll be against Houston, their second penalty.
Defense number 23. Automatic first down.
That's Dante Robinson, who's put in a couple good weeks in the secondary after not reporting to camp and preseason play.
This is going to be a battle all day long. There's the throw. There's the catch. Didn't necessarily hold on to it, Wayne, but Dante Robinson is going to go wherever Reggie Wayne is going. He is their best corner. They franchise tagged him. He held out of training camp, but he's played well as of late. And they did get off to a slow start on defense because guys like him missed all of camp. So did Brian Cushing with an injury, but he's going to line up against Reggie Wayne all day today.
Well, this defense of Houston has gotten so good over the last 5 weeks. Here's a 1st and 10. DeVan with the block. Adai wide open. And Glover Quinn is right there, among others, to make the stop. An 18-yard catch and run. They're going to spot him at the 25-yard line.
Watch the guys in underneath coverage. You turn your back to Peyton Manning. See, now he just dumps it off to Joseph Adai. This is a sense of just picking your poison. If you try to hug up to Joseph Adai, he's going to dump it over your head. If you drop in coverage, he dumps it off to Adai.
It is the 1st and 10. We got some movement right there. Looked like Dean was offsides in the 7th play of the drive coming up. One of the things.
False start, number 71 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You and I have watched quarterbacks make checkdowns before, but there are few that make a checkdown list quicker than Manning, going from 1 through 4.
He processes things very quickly. I think he's able to eliminate the 1st and 2nd play in the progression simply by the coverage he's looking at, and he knows to go to 3 or 4 immediately, and that's how fast things are operating in the head of Peyton Manning.
Simpson has come in as the running back. It's 1st and 15 for Manning at the 30. This is their 2nd drive of the game. That's Collie in motion. Pulling tackle is Charlie Johnson. Nice tackle made right there by the linebacker D'Amico Ryans, a former Southeastern Conference Defensive Player of the Year, on a gain of 1.
It's called a crack toss. Watch Austin Collie come down and crack on the defensive end. Then they're able to pull pick 74, the tackle Charlie Johnson. So that crack toss is meant to get to the edge of the defense and create some rushing yards. The Colts have really struggled to run the ball this year as well as last season.
Running game is right now in the attack 20. It's 2nd down and 13. Clark once again with another reception. And Eugene Wilson brings him down. That is his 5th catch of the game. It's a gain of 7 right now to the 22-yard line.
Dallas Clark is going to catch a lot of balls today in coverage. Got 5 already because he's matched up either against a nickel corner. At that time, it was a linebacker, Brian Cushing, in coverage against Clark.
3rd down, long 6 right here. Into the nickel. Clark hit by Cushing, the rookie out of USC. The 1st-round pick picks up 6 yards, very close to a 1st down. In fact, they'll move the chains down to the 14-yard line.
He came into today's game leading all tight ends in receptions and receiving yards. He's going to add to that total today. I don't believe that the linebackers can match up with him, and he's big enough to shield the cornerbacks from keeping him from catching the ball.
Adai back in on 1st and 10. Here is the run by Adai. Looks like Bowman got him. He did. Nice tackle right there after no gain. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Good play by Bowman, but Dallas Clark right now feasting on this nickel defense for the Houston Texans. They do have the 5th cornerback, as we told you, in there. They can't match up with him right now. You may have to double him here in the red zone.
2nd and 10, Manning again. And this is caught by Garcon, grabbed by Cushing, gain of 6. And he's down to the 8.
How patient can you be on defense when Peyton Manning is just nibbling away at your defense, knocking on the door for a touchdown or to put points on the board? They've got to be able to turn these potential touchdowns into field goals if you're the Houston Texans on defense.
It's so hard to make substitutions, too. 3rd down and 4 to Adai. There was a great block. Did you see Saturday's block?
Wow.
He opens the door, Adai, and a 7-yard touchdown reception. Watch the center every time, because Jeff Saturday anchors that line, and there he just had a terrific touchdown escorting block for Adai.
Yeah, and here it is right there. Watch the center on 29, Glover Quinn. Peels back right there. Now he gets to the 2nd level. You can't keep Adai out of the end zone when he's got such momentum. Quick check down, and then the block, and then Adai gets the easy touchdown.
That's Adai's 2nd touchdown reception of the season. You see the extra point put in by the veteran Matt Stover. Just saw a nice little drive of 79 yards and 12 plays orchestrated by Peyton Manning, who on that particular drive threw his 16th touchdown pass of the season. Adai with the touchdown catch, rolling in from 7 in the ensuing kickoff. And this is Jacoby Jones. Fakes the pass outside for Slayton, and then is brought down by the guy that kicked off, Pat McAfee. 2 of the prettiest stadiums in the NFL here in Indy and down in Houston from the 28-yard line. 2nd possession for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, now let's see how the Houston Texans can respond.
1st down and 10 for Schaub. Moats was in as the running back. That's intercepted. That's picked off by the rookie Gerard Powers. They were going for Andre Johnson. They're going to mark him down at about the 45. He was down when he got the ball, and the interception by Gerard Powers is the 1st of his career, the 3rd-round pick out of Auburn. A 2-year starter right there, and a terrific young rookie. One of two starting rookie quarterbacks for the Colts.
Howard starting in place of Marlon Jackson. This is just a predetermined throw by Matt Schaub, not reading the defense. There were 3 Colts defenders in that area. Should have never thrown the ball here. And watch Powers jumps underneath it with 3 defenders in that area. You cannot throw the ball there. You have to go elsewhere or get rid of it and live to fight another day.
8th interception thrown by Matt Schaub. There's a look at Powers, who has started most of this season. And so now Manning begins it on a short field at the 45-yard line of the Texans with the 1st and 10. DeVan with another block. Manning. There's a flag. Pierre Garçon to the 19-yard line. Jack Reeves is down there to make the stop. We told you about the flag. 27-yard completion as it stands right now for Peyton Manning, who's throwing for 71% of his passes.
Illegal contact. Number 31 of the defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 1st down.
Really was Jock Reeves in coverage, 35 on the play. And I got to tell you, it's just an excellent route run that time. As we take a look at Bernard Pollard, we heard him call number 31's number. But right now, the Houston Texans are on the ropes.
It's a 1st and 10. This is a dive. Pollard was there to make a stop. Ryan's in the vicinity as well around the ankle. It's a gain of 6 on the play. They're down to the 13-yard line. You're right about that run attack. When they get, there's not a lot of balance right now. They're far more weighted over to the pass of the Colts offense than the run.
But Peyton Manning told us that if he gets the nickel defense like what he's getting right now in the 1st quarter of this game, that he was going to check to the run more. We've seen him do that, and we've seen Joseph Adai come in and already 3 carries for 10 yards in the game so far.
2nd down and 4. Antonio Smith got back there quick. Here's another sack of Manning. They had 3 last week, and coming through right there was Cushing. Williams was in there too, and a flag has been thrown at the 15-yard line. A lot of flags early in this game. It's against Houston again. What a horrible start for the Texans. Injuries notwithstanding, penalties so far, and the turnover.
Offside. Defense, number 94. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Antonio Smith, and this is an unforced error. You know, we talked about not riding the wave of emotion, being smart. You got to play smart and with a great deal of discipline if you're going to come into Lucas Oil Stadium and beat the Indianapolis Colts.
1st and goal. Spotted at the 8-yard line. Clark atop your screen. Garçon with the block by the receivers Wayne and Colley. Upended by Eugene Wilson. There's a flag and a gain of 4 as it stands to the 4.
And still is going to be against Houston, coming off sides, jumping across the line of scrimmage.
It's a lot of penalties already on these Texans. 4 already, 3 accepted.
Offside. Defense, number 90. Half the distance to the goal. Still 1st down.
It's Mario Williams, defensive end. Watch him at the top of your screen. There he is, jumping into that neutral zone before the snap of the ball.
1st and goal at the 4. A dive, pushing right there. Mario Williams jumps on his back as well, and it's a loss in the play of about a yard back to about the 5. This Cushing is some kind of rookie.
How good is this kid? Watch him shoot the gap, getting into the backfield, and then secures the tackle. Twice named Defensive Player of the Week. And when we asked him about it, he says, hey, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm still learning.
Including last week against Buffalo. A sack, an interception, 10 tackles.
How good can you be when you still have so much to learn in terms of playing in the NFL?
Officially at the 5, 2nd and goal at the 5. Manning dropped. That is Adai, who's usually a very reliable red zone receiver. Incomplete. Pushing 56 was there once again.
And now you got to ask yourself, with the Houston Texans, they come in here such a confident bunch, and then their head coach Gary Kubiak says, hey, the Colts can knock the confidence right out of you with big plays. And right now I think that confidence is swaying a little bit for Houston.
Well, they were down last week too, and they had to score 25 points in the 2nd half to come back and win in Buffalo.
Who were they playing again?
The Buffalo Bills. You're right. Wayne, good block by Garçon. Nice pursuit on another flag. Robinson was right there. Glover Quinn on a gain of a yard. Make the stop on Reggie Wayne, who's been terrific. Great start to this season. Of course, he becomes the #1 guy without Marvin Harrison, who is no longer on this team. Harrison was vacant a lot last year too, but officially gone this season.
Pass interference. Offense, number 17. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
That's Austin Collie, who was called. He's one of the great young stories on this team as they try to revamp the receiving corps.
Give a lot of credit, Houston Texans defense, because Peyton Manning, a little frustrated there, wanting to get a touchdown. He understands 14 points in the first quarter is a huge jump on the Houston Texans. He knows that offense can score points also.
Stover had 4 field goals last week against San Francisco. He belts this baby through. It's a 22-yarder. Matt Schaub throws the pick to the rookie Powers, and they convert a 22-yard field goal, cashing in with Stover. So it's 10-zip with the Colts on top. Manning has thrown a touchdown pass. Solomon of 7 yards already in this game to a die.
Well, Peyton Manning has come out and made easy work against the looks the Houston Texans are giving him on defense.
McAfee, the rookie out of West Virginia, will send this 4 yards deep, and here comes Jacoby Jones. Looking for some blocking ahead, and he was hit on the play by Freddie Keaho, among others. 25-yard return. There's another flag thrown. The ball's out at the 21-yard line. There's Keaho. And there's Jacoby Jones at Lane College, a former 3rd-round pick. And the triplet crew. This crew worked Atlanta, New Orleans, as we talked about. Has also worked a Super Bowl.
Personal foul. Clipping. Number 52 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
That's Cody Glenn from the 36 last time out there. There was a interception thrown by Shaw. Before that, 3 plays punt. This is the 3rd possession. Monte Leach is in motion. Moats in the backfield. Moats the call. Jumping on his back is Antonio Johnson. No gain on the play. They'll stay at about the 35-yard line. This is an offense, Solomon, for the Houston Texans, which has been gaining momentum over the last 5 weeks. Number 3 in total yards a game.
Yeah, it's a top 10 offense and something they've done in 2 consecutive seasons. I think Gary Kubiak along with Matt Schaub, everything is working. For me, everything starts with the Houston Texans when they're able to run the ball. They can come back with the boots. They can come with the play action passes, get the ball down the field with Gary Kubiak. They have to be able to run the ball in order for this offense to open up completely.
Slayton in the backfield, 2nd down and 10. It is Slayton. And the end around, Jacoby Jones. Let's see a block by the quarterback. He couldn't get it. And out of bounds about the 40-yard line. They had Buffet over there chasing with Melvin Bullitt out of bounds after a gain of 5 at about the 41-yard line.
Jacoby Jones has to be able to turn that one up and get up the field. You don't want to go wide. Don't try to go outside the quarterback and force him to hold the block against Jacob Lacey. So you got to hit that alley and got to attack the ball vertically down the field in order to create a positive gain. Now with 3rd down, let's see how the Houston Texans come back. They've been able to run the ball on the edges. This is where they like to come with some kind of play-action pass opportunity or some kind of reverse bootleg to get the ball in the hands of their receivers.
Nickel secondary, Slayton in the backfield. David Anderson is the extra receiver on 3rd down and 5. There's a flag. Movement by Houston.
False start. Number 63 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Right guard Chris White. This has got to be jitters. I mean, they've just been inundated with all kinds of penalties.
I will be fair to the Houston Texans. It gets very loud, and this is a very savvy crowd. They know to raise the volume. Gary Kubiak did pump a little bit more noise this week into their practices for Houston. Now they have to be able to work the silent count. You can tell they're struggling with it right now.
Same offensive personnel. 3rd down and 10. Still the nickel. Brown can't hold on to Freeney. And there goes Schaub. He's got to get to the 46. And belts it on the play. Down he goes. Hit by Mathis. Gain of 2. They got to punt again. That's 3 plays and out for the 2nd time for the Houston Texans here in Indy this afternoon.
Dwight Freeney just wrecked the entire play. His pressure coming off that left corner and just walking Dwayne Brown right into the backfield. And Matt Schaub had no time to set up to throw the football.
Turk will punt, and T.J. Rushing is back inside the 20-yard line for the Indianapolis Colts. Here is the 4th oldest player in the NFL, 41-year-old Matt Turk. And third caught 20. Great hang time again, 4.8. 43-yard boot. Chad Simpson will be in the backfield, and here is Manning under Saturday for a 1st and 10. The nickel secondary remaining for the Houston Texans. Manning pushing, jumping over the back of the running back Simpson, incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
This is why Brian Cushing is so good. We've seen him blitz and get tackles in the backfield. Watch him in coverage here. He doesn't make contact with the receiver before the ball. Yeah, he does come over the back, but he was playing the ball, did not make contact before he was able to hit the football. So his ability to work in coverage as well as playing the run makes him a linebacker that can stay on the field on first down as well as passing downs.
Colts in their 4th possession, 9 and lost it on downs the first time. The touchdown pass to a die of 7, the 22-yard field goal, cashing in on the Schaub interception. And now the 4th possession, 2nd down and 10. Manning, right on the money. Reggie Wayne knocked out of bounds by Dante Robinson. 15-yard gain at the 35. 1st and 10. This is a gain of 5, and it's off to Clark, and he's brought down by Glover Quinn. It'll be 2nd down.
Clark catches another ball, his 7th of the day, and I think that number is just going to continue to go higher. He is just eating up the nickel defense played right now by the Houston Texans, whether it's a cornerback or a linebacker.
Mackey Award winner from the University of Iowa, Dallas Clark. 2nd down and 5. Simpson in the backfield. Reggie Wayne, belted by D'Amico Ryans, knifing his way through past the 50 for a 1st down to the 48 and picking up 12 right there.
This is easy pickings. I believe the Houston Texans, they've got to be able to play tighter coverage, press coverage on these wide receivers. You got to jam Dallas Clark at the line of scrimmage. You got to jam and disrupt the timing of Reggie Wayne's release off the line of scrimmage. It's the only way you can stop this offense.
Into the nickel, 1st down and 10. Clark hit by Reeves down to the 41. Gain of 7 on the play. The former high school quarterback and linebacker at Livermore, Iowa. He was a walk-on at Iowa and a terrific tight end now in his 7th season.
And right now, Peyton Manning and Dallas Clark and the other wide receivers, this is pitch and catch.
Manning has been terrific so far.
Yeah, we told you it's just pitch and catch. They refuse to get up to the line of scrimmage and disrupt the timing and the release of his wide receivers. So Peyton's just going to dump it off, get the ball out of his hands to his receivers very quickly.
Simpson in the backfield, 3rd, make it 2nd down and 3 from the 41-yard line. Starting the 2nd quarter. Simpson blocked by Saturday. And then they bring him down. Jeff Scanina was in there, the 39-year-old player out of Purdue, a gain of a yard down to the 40.
That was only the 7th time they've run the ball in this game. And Peyton Manning's already attempted 25 passes, so he's throwing it a heck of a lot and deciding that he's going to keep the game within his hands. We told you that he's one of the rare quarterbacks in this league to ever play in terms of managing the entire game.
3rd down and 2. Williams, Scanina, Cody, and Antonio Smith on that defensive line for the Houston Texans. Adai is back next to Manning. Blocked by Charlie Johnson. Great catch. There's a flag. They Cushing on Dallas Clark. They called an incomplete pass as it stands right now. Cushing, though, is going to be called. Another penalty against Kubiak's Texans.
Prior to the pass, holding. Number 56 of the defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Bowman now back on that defensive line with the Coyer, 1st down and 10. And that's a penalty flag, I think, on D'Amico Ryans. It is. They were guarding the wide receiver Wayne with the linebacker Ryan. So that would be the 7th penalty, the 6th on the defense.
Pass interference, defense number 59, automatic 1st down.
Frank Bush, the defensive coordinator for Houston, have to find a way to eliminate putting a linebacker on coverage in space against the talent of Reggie Wayne. And D'Amico Ryan said, hey, can't run with them, got to knock them off their path. But you can see making contact before the arrival of the ball is going to draw a yellow flag every time.
7 penalties, ties a season high. Adai remains, 1st down and 10. You almost get him with Bowman. Flag thrown. Austin Collie at the 5. Knocked out of bounds by Glover Quinn. They're going to mark him at the 3. The flag was down about the 27-yard line. Gain of 21 as it stands right now.
Yeah, I got to wonder if it's going to come against the Indianapolis Colts. Pressure was in the face and at the legs of Peyton Manning. He's not happy with the way this one's going to go.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, number 94 of the defense. Holding, number 63 of the offense. Those penalties will offset. Repeat, first down.
We talked before about the balance. 62% pass, Solomon, right now for this offense of the Indianapolis Colts. 38 for the run game. In the best years the Colts have had, it's been more like 50-50, 55-45, right in that vicinity.
Jim Caldwell's not happy with their inability to run the football. They rank 30th in the National Football League. Coming into today's game, they've only had 3 runs of 20 or more yards, so they certainly want to achieve more balance on offense.
1st and 10, still the nickel, out by a dime. And he had some blockers out ahead of him, too. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Peyton Manning gets a little bit unsettled on this one. Now, watch how close Joseph Addai is to Manning. But he throws it a little bit too hard right there. I mean, Peyton says, yeah, maybe I could take a little bit more off of it. But Joseph Addai certainly had a chance to haul it in. It's hard to catch a heater when you're standing so close to the quarterback.
One of the big plays on this drive so far, which began back at the 20-yard line, a 12-yard pass to Reggie Wayne. And a lot of drop passes and a lot of Texan penalties. It's 2nd down and 10. At the line of scrimmage, then picks the one he's going to use.
He reads the defense and then pulls the trigger.
This is a dive. Trevor Johnson with the block. They've cut the corner out there. A little leverage on the play and a gain of 4. And D'Amico Ryans over there on that stop. It'll be 3rd down, Solomon, and 6.
And what did he tell us yesterday? If I get the nickel coverage, yeah, I may check to the run a little bit more. They haven't run it a heck of a whole lot today, 8 times during the day. But he likes the fact that they can run it when you have a smaller defensive back in the box as opposed to a linebacker. He told us, he said, those little guys, they don't want to play the run. They just want to come in and play the pass. So I'm going to force them to play the run today.
They empty the backfield, 3rd down and 6. Addai, the running back at the top of your screen. Still the 5 in the secondary. For Addai. The linebacker Cushing back there, and also Wilson. So now it's 4th and 6, and they're going to try for 3. So again, the defense holds on and keeps them out of the end zone.
Now they do go bump and run coverage. You can see them bumping the wide receivers, and that's why this ball is thrown off just a little bit. And what is Cushing doing out there? I mean, this big linebacker can run. We've seen him be stout at the point of attack. Peyton's not happy, but they were able to jam the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Stover for a 37-yard field goal try. And since taking the place of the injured Adam Vinatieri out with right knee surgery. Couple field goals, a 7-yard touchdown pass to Addai. A lot of penalties against Gary Kubiak's Houston Texans.
Yeah, the offense really struggling. 7 plays, only 12 total yards. No first down for Kubiak's offense, coming in with a lot of confidence. The penalties have really hurt them, and they had not provided protection for their quarterback, Matt Schaub.
McAfee the kickoff, and this is Jacoby Jones who will take it out of the end zone, getting the block from Vontae Leach. And he was drilled on the play and brought down by Cody Glenn. 19-yard return. A 70-degree day here in Indianapolis. Walk us through these numbers here early on.
Well, you only have 12 total yards, and you talked about the 3 and outs and the turnovers, giving more opportunities for Peyton Manning and the offense to put up those kind of numbers. Look at the time of possession. Nearly had the ball for the entire first quarter.
Moats in the backfield, 1st down and 10. Good block by Brown, going deep and just off the fingertips of the wide receiver, Andre Davis. 2nd down and 10.
Oh, Davis is just a fingertip away from catching that one, matched up against the rookie Jacob Lacey. And watch this ball, and we know that Schaub can air it out. He's got a big-time arm, normally hitting on these plays, and look at that. Fingertip away from getting this ball over the top of a Colts secondary that's missing 3 of his 4 primary starters. And boy, they've been playing well without the likes of Bob Sanders and Kelvin Hayden and Marlon Jackson.
Rookie Antoine Caldwell is coming at the right guard for this series. 2nd down and 10. This is Moats. There was a good block by Winston, brought down by Session, who is the linebacker after a gain of 4 to the 21.
These quarterbacks in the NFL today, if you don't put pressure on them, they'll pick you apart.
Into the nickel, Slayton in the backfield, 3rd and 6, down he goes. He was hit by Freeney, and he was pinched on the outside by Mathis. It's a loss of 8 on the play. They got a punt, 3 and out.
You don't have to tell the Indianapolis Colts and their defense that putting pressure on the quarterback is how you win games. No one does it better than Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. We already told you, Freeney now has had a sack in 9 consecutive games, and Robert Mathis got a little streak going of his own. It's as if these guys have a race to the quarterback coming off the edge.
Turk to punt. Freeney now has a sack in every game this season, as Sally was just talking about, the only player in the league to do so. This is T.J. Rushing. No place to go. Bentley will bring him down, the reserve linebacker, the ex-Cleveland Brown. 52-yard punt. First down and 10. A die in the backfield. He's still the nickel. We've seen it all game long by the Houston Texans. Manning has thrown one touchdown pass. Sets up here. This is a dive. One-on-one with D'Amico Ryans. Knocked out of bounds at about the 40. It's a gain of 5. Make it, to the 41-yard line. Moments ago, Freeney.
Look at the chop block by Dave Anderson, getting to the knee of Dwight Freeney. This is on the play just before he had the sack on third down. See him wincing a little bit and saying, okay.
I got the license plate, too.
I got the license plate on that truck, and I shall remember.
And he's left the field and gone to the locker room. We'll try to update that. Second down and 5. Here comes Clark, who's had a huge first half so far. Oh, knocked down. Mario Williams just that close to possibly picking one off. He's had a very quiet season so far. Only 3 sacks for Williams.
But I think he understands what he has to do, and watch him. He's eyeballing this play. He understands he can't go in on the fast rush. He sensed that it was a screen. Now you got to complete it and make the catch. And when we asked Mario Williams, what is it going to take to win this game? He said, have to get Peyton Manning on the ground as you watch Dwight Freeney come back on the field.
Pro Bowler Freeney. On the defensive line, Williams, Okoye, Antonio Smith. They got a defensive lineman, Connor Barr, when he was playing like middle linebacker. You see him there moving up toward the line. It's third down and 5. A die remains. Dean with the block on Williams. Dallas Clark brought down by Cushing. First down, pickup of 13 on 3rd and 5. His 9th catch. Solomon, he's down to the 46.
Yeah, and they're in man-to-man coverage, but because he's in movement, now watch him come underneath against Brian Cushing. So they were able to jam all the other wide receivers, but he was in motion behind the line of scrimmage. Brian Cushing could not get up on the line of scrimmage to jam Dallas Clark. Cuts back underneath for an easy catch.
It's 1st and 10. This is a die, and stood up by Pollard, who was inexplicably cut from Kansas City. Was on the street a couple weeks. 5-yard gain right there by a die to the 41.
And Dallas Clark is just feasting on this defense today. Career high 12 catches in a game in 2008 against Detroit. Approaching that today, he'll probably exceed it here in the first half.
Second down, 1-5. The thing about Clark, he's got to know the blocking schemes, the routes by a tight end, the routes by a slot receiver. He's got to know so much.
Again.
And there he goes. Pollard was there. Eugene Wilson getting them to at about the 38-yard line on a gain of 4. But I mean, he's got to know virtually every nook and cranny of that offense.
He really does, and he's on the same page, having played so long here in Indianapolis with Peyton Manning. He said you can make a mistake, but you can't make the same mistake twice. Pressure in the face of Peyton Manning. That's why he's going to go to Dallas Clark, who's been the bailout for Peyton Manning here today.
It's interesting how they're playing Connor Barwood on that defense. Now they put him as like out as a defensive end, but he's been standing up, playing almost a middle linebacker in the last couple plays. Third down, long 1. This is a dive. Blocked by Dean. Nice play in there. Turned in by Antonio Smith. A loss of 2. They're back to the 40.
Wow.
And so the defense really has tightened their screws as this first half has gone on.
Watch how they pinch the pocket. Penetration by all the white jerseys in the backfield. Their run defense has improved tremendously over the last 5 weeks. Their first 3 games, they were giving up an average of over 200 yards rushing a game. Over the last 5 weeks, they've only given up an average of 58 yards rushing a game. So we've seen some improvement for the Houston Texans on defense.
Yeah, the last 5 weeks have been number 1 against the run, and overall they've moved from last to 16th under the new coordinator, Frank Bush. And this will be fair caught 11-yard line by Jacoby Jones on the punt. No first downs yet by this Houston offense.
None whatsoever. They've got to get going. They've got to get the run game going more than anything.
Oates in the backfield gets the call on 1st and 10. There's a block by the wide receiver and the tight end. Gain of 6 by Moats. They got a nice block on the play by Dreesen, who's taking the place. The Session makes the stop. Dreesen was a nice blocker on that wing, taking the place for Owen Daniels.
And remember, last week, the Indianapolis Colts struggled in their run defense. Frank Gore came in here, had a decent day. 49ers put up 113 yards rushing on this defense. So if I'm Houston, you can't abandon your running game right now, down 13-0. Got to continue to pound the rock.
Thomas and Dawson to the defensive ends. It's second down and 4. Moats, the ex-Eagle, who was brought down by Melvin Bullitt right there, picks up 5 yards on the play. to the 23-yard line. That's a first down, and that's the first down by the Texans this afternoon.
And they do it running the football on consecutive plays, getting Ryan Moats going. I know Gary Kubiak can't quite trust Steve Slayton as many times as he's fumbled, but he knows that you've got to run the ball. And now you can look for some of the bootlegs to come off that run action where they can work the play action passes down the field.
Well, just to get some tempo and some rhythm.
Absolutely. It does help your quarterback.
Moats is in there 1st and 10. Winston with a nice block, and outside it goes for the aforementioned Dreesen. The rookie Jacob Lacey knocks him out of bounds. And the gain after a pickup of 6 right there to the 27. What do you think of Dreesen in trying to fill that role? Or can anybody fill the role of Owen Daniels?
Well, he's not the same player that Owen Daniels is. Remember, they're also missing the rookie James Casey, who's a very athletic tight end out of Rice. Now, I think you've got to see the way that this offense is struggling. And, you know, Dreesen's a 6'4", 250-pound guy, a run block guy. You've got to ask yourselves, without Owen Daniels, how is that affecting their offense?
Into the nickel, 2nd down and 4. Moats outside. And then jumping on him is Clint Session. That's a gain of 5. He's out to the 33-yard line. And was it a late flag thrown across the way? Yep, there was. On the far side, busy day so far for Jeff Triplett. This is going to be against the Colts, it looks like.
Personal foul, face mask, number 99 of the defense. 15 yards, automatic first down.
And that's the Colts' Antonio Johnson, who leaves the field, 3 years out of Mississippi State.
Gary Kubiak's offense starting to get it going here on this drive, but you can see averaging 2.3 yards per play, while the Indianapolis Colts averaging a first down every 2 times they snap the ball. And look at the number of plays, 41 for Jim Caldwell's offense. So you get more opportunities, you get more yards. Now let's see, Matt Schaub has been going to work on this possession, and I think it's all started with the run game.
Well, they've not run a play in Colts territory today. They got a first down here at the 49. Moats in the backfield, and the call. And the block by the rookie tight end Anthony Hill, and he's out to the far side. So they had bullet out there. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
And at a time like this, you got to ask yourself, why is Steve Slayton not in the game? I think when you lead the league in fumbles, he's fumbled 7 times, lost 5 so far this year, as you see him come into the game. But Ryan Moats has been very good on this drive. You've got to be sure-handed. At this point in the game, down 13-0. You cannot turn it back over to Peyton Manning and his offense. So Steve Slayton has got to secure the ball.
4 in the secondary, 2nd down and 5. That's caught by Andre Johnson, hit by Antoine Bethea, a pickup of 6 on the play. Johnson today with his 2nd reception from Schaub.
You know, we were talking about Ryan Moats and Steve Slayton, and Moats, who had over 100 yards rushing last week against Buffalo. What you like about him is he's fast to the hole and very quick through the hole. But Steve Slayton is a better pass protector. So if you're the Indianapolis Colts, you might want to pick up on the fact that when he's in the game, he's going to either catch the ball out of the backfield or he's going to work to chip away at your rushing defensive ends.
First down and 10. Good footwork by Schaub, but the pass is incomplete. Looking for Dreesen, and he was covered on the play by Gary Brackett. This is the 5th possession for the Houston Texans. A 3-and-out, 3-and-out, a 3-and-out, and an interception.
Yeah, watch this. Now he had, of course, Slayton over to his right, tries to come back to the middle over the field with Joe Dreesen. That's a play where you expect a guy like Owen Daniels, who leads this team with 5 touchdown receptions, to make a play for his offense coordinator, Kyle Shanahan, drawing up the plays here for the Houston Texans.
Slayton is in, 2nd down and 10, 8th play of the drive. It started back at the 11. Andre Davis to the bottom of the screen as a receiver. Andre goes the other way, and here comes the rookie tight end who makes the grab. His first NFL catch, and active for the first time in his career. The 4th-round pick out of North Carolina State. Anthony Hill picks up 8 on the play and carries an entourage with him to the 31-yard line.
Watch Hill, big body, strong hands, and watch him finish off this run.
Gerard Powers over there among many Colts with the hit, and this kid getting a chance to play for the first time. 3rd down and 1. Moats in the backfield. Moats digs to the 31. I think he's shy. All kinds of people in there, like Philip Wheeler. Looked like they had Antonio Johnson in that pile. There's no gain on the play. So now you're faced with fourth down. Daniel Muir had a hand on it too. Now it is fourth down. I think with the score the way it is, you got to go for it.
Absolutely. Remember that one-cut running style that you talked about, the Denver Broncos and Mike Shanahan had run for so long? Gary Kubiak came over from Denver. He brings over Alex Gibbs, who installed the run game in Denver all those years, and we saw Ryan Moats sticking one foot in the ground and pounding the rock here. Here you can get them running and attacking the line of scrimmage very quickly. They can also do a fake boot reverse and still throw the football on fourth down.
On this drive, which started back at the 11, they've had 4 6-yard plays. They had a 7-yard reception by Andre Johnson. They're now faced with 4th and 1, 10th play of the drive at the Colts 31-yard line. You see the timeout story. They put Slayton in the backfield. They have changed their alignment. They got a couple of tight ends in there. And now 4 in the secondary. They brought back in the linebacker Wheeler. 4th and 1. Caught. That is a first down. Andre Johnson. Gerard Powers brings him down. Pickup of 11. One of the biggest plays offensively for the Texans today to the 21, a first down.
No fake about anything on this one. This is just going to your money man. One of the best receivers in the game, Andre Johnson, working against Powers over there. And what a route. What a sense of timing between the wide receiver, Andre Johnson, and his quarterback, Matt Sharp.
A much-needed offensive drive for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, he is a playmaker. They've gotten it going. We talked about, look at the balance between 5 run plays, 5 pass plays to 68 yards on the drive.
Mathis and Freeney are back in at the ends. Moats is the running back, 1st and 10. Andre Johnson, Powers is there, drilled by Bullock. Gain of 11, his second consecutive 11-yard pickup and a first down.
There's a lot of things you like about Andre Johnson. Sure-handed, he's tough, he will go over the middle, and you better tackle him. And watching Power his way, he's going to make you tackle him to the ground, but he's not afraid to go into the teeth of the defense and catch the ball where he's going to take a lick.
How about last year? Led the league in receptions, led the league in receiving yards.
Yeah, and he's been to a Pro Bowl 3 times in his career. And to see Schaub now starting to put up numbers because they've been able to run the ball.
It's 1st and goal at the 10. Moats down to the 2, hit by Bethea. They've got rhythm now for the first time today on offense. It's a 9-yard gain on a drive that started back at the 11-yard line.
How about Moats making some plays coming out of the backfield? We told you that Steve Slayton was the better pass catcher coming out of the backfield, but watching here as he's going to take some licks. Ooh, that ball almost came loose. Got to ask yourself, did he fumble it inbounds?
Moats is in. 2nd goal at the 1. 13th play of the drive. 4 in the secondary. Mathis is in. Freeney is out. And a timeout taken.
Welcome back to Lucas Oil Stadium now. Look and see. Ryan Moats fumbles this ball. Ball's coming loose there. Now, the ball is out. He's not out of bounds. The ball is still in bounds. And watch Powers jumps back into the field of play, secures his position, and recovers the ball. That was a fumble. The ball should be awarded to the Indianapolis Colts. It was before the 2-minute warning, so Jim Caldwell is going to have to throw the red flag in order to challenge it. I'm not so sure he's talking to the officials about that play right here, but if they take a look at it, I'm telling you right now, we had conclusive evidence that it was a fumble by Moats and that the ball was recovered in bounds by the Indianapolis Colts. Not so sure. He's got his red flag. Wow.
So 2nd and goal at the 1.
There it is. Red flag now. And I'm not so sure the Houston Texans are going to be happy with the outcome of this play. I think we did see, Kevin, conclusive evidence that that ball had come out and that Moats had not made contact with out of bounds, and the ball remained in the field of play. Powers did a good job of getting possession in bounds.
Challenging the ruling on the field of the previous play of the fumble out of bounds,
which happened before the 2-minute warning. We are back in Indianapolis at the 2-minute warning. There is a challenge by the Indianapolis coaching staff, wondering if Moats indeed did catch the ball.
See, the ball is coming loose before it actually comes out. I think the ball is dislodged before Ryan Mote's knee goes down, so the ball remains in the field of play. Now Powers smartly establishes his position in the field of play before he recovers it. Now that ball did touch the goal line, so it could be ruled a touchback. Now here's where you can see the ball. See, it starts to come out right there before the knee is down or before his thigh touches down. Wow. Could be a huge change of events here for the Houston Texans as they're knocking on the door, trying to put some points on the board before the end of the first half.
Well, the Colts lead this series, of course, 13-1. Overall, the Colts have had 16 consecutive regular season wins coming into today. They've won 9 straight at home. They've won 4 in a row over the Houston Texans. And a win, and here's what is at stake now. A win today gives Indianapolis a 4-game lead in the AFC South with 8 games to play. And the 5-3 Texans, on the other hand, are probably the lone team in this division that would give them a run for their money. So you need to know that within the division this has consequences, as we just mapped out. And overall, the Colts, one of 2 undefeated teams in the NFL coming into today.
And the Indianapolis Colts, with the win today, will have swept all 3 teams in their division. They do play Houston again in 3 weeks as they'll travel to Houston to play them.
It's interesting because 0-7 is the record for the Texans here in Indianapolis, whether at the Dome or inside this Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have lost those 7 games, Solomon, by an average of 17 points a game. And Manning has been absolutely terrific with 33 touchdowns and 5 interceptions during the breadth of the series. And at home, 20 touchdown passes and just 2 interceptions. So the numbers are huge as Jeff Triplett continues to analyze if there's a fumble, and if there was, where it should be spotted. A lot of things on the plate.
Take a look at it. I think it's going to be ruled a fumble. And see, he never really touched the ground. He falls right on top of Antoine Bethea. The ball remains in the field of play. Powers jumps back in, has to establish himself before he touches the ball. Jeff Triplett has some explaining to do.
After reviewing the play, the runner does fumble the football prior to being down by contact. The ball stays in bounds. The Indianapolis defender is out of bounds when the ball is laying on the goal line. Comes back in and with 1 foot down, touches the football. Therefore, it is a fumble out of bounds in the end zone. It is a touchback. 1st and 10, Indianapolis on the 20-yard line.
Solomon, you were all over that play. You saw it initially, and you walked us through. That's the 2nd turnover for the Houston Texans today.
Sometimes the hand is quicker than the eye, but thanks to the technology of television, we can slow it down, and we're able to see that Powers did establish himself back in the field of play. I think with 2 feet in bounds, by the way, but we're not going to pick some nits are too small to pick right there, but he did recover it. It is a touchback, and boy, the Houston Texans and their inability to secure the football, something we said at the beginning of the game was going to be vitally important.
Houston came in +2 in the takeaway giveaway. The Colts come in +6. That is the 4th red zone takeaway this season by Indianapolis. 3 have come on goal-to-go situations. And a terrific play as the explanation is being given to Gary Kubiak across the way. I thought Jeff Triplett, by the way, did a terrific job in walking us through what was a very complex situation.
That's why I said he had some explaining to do. Gary Kubiak is really upset. I understand that because he lost the ball. But guess what? The Texans could have run another play before the 2-minute warning. They could have run off the ball, but now they allowed the clock to wind down to 2 minutes, and that's when Jim Caldwell and his staff had time enough to see the play again. And Peyton Manning will take advantage of the final 2 minutes left here in the half, where they have scored 6 times in 7 games in the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Greeted by the nickel, 1st and 10 with the die in the backfield. Blocked by Charlie Johnson, almost picked off, knocked away by Glover Quinn, the rookie, and it's 2nd down and 10 from the 20. Dean with the block on Williams. Blocked by Clark, coverage by Quinn. Now it's 3rd down and 10. This has been a great 3-and-out defense, #1 in the NFL of Houston.
Absolutely, and I know they got off to a slow start, but you can see this season how good the Indianapolis Colts have been in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Peyton Manning will seize the opportunity to score points, but the Houston Texans defense are well aware of it, forcing a third long situation. Let's see if they can get off the field.
So Adai remains still the nickel, 3rd down and 10. Good block by Lilja, the left guard. Dropped by Clark for a second time on this series. 3 and out. We just talked about it. And now a flag has been thrown.
They're going to call
at
that
the 35-yard line.
They're going to call it a hit to the head. If you're the Houston Texans, you've got to be upset with this one. Was he in a defenseless position? Was he hit to the head or shoulder or neck area?
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 26 to the defense. Forearm to the helmet of the defenseless receiver. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Eugene Wilson.
Wow.
Well,
there it is. I don't know what else you can do. He's going to catch the ball. Let's listen in.
He'll be led with the helmet, and you can't do it.
Well, he led with the forearm is what Jeff Triplett said, and that is also against the rule, but I don't know what else you could do to keep Dallas Clark from catching that ball.
So it's a 1st and 10. There's a first down pass to Reggie Wayne. Tiptoes out of bounds at about the 47. Picks up 13 yards, stops the clock, and the Colts have 3 timeouts remaining.
So good defense right now by the Houston Texans. A couple of penalties and some change of events. Let's see how they handle the adversity here on the road. They've never won in 7 games here in Indianapolis. They've got to be able to weather this kind of adversity.
First down and 10 for Manning. Clark. With the beat on him, they had D'Amico Ryan. Falls on him after a gain of 6 to the 46-yard line. By the way, that 8th penalty against the Houston Texans, that is a season high.
Providing extra opportunities for Peyton Manning to put more points on the board.
You got it. 2nd and 4. Bobbled by Garcon. Drilled that time by both Pollard and Cushing. And Cushing slow to get up. 1:21 to play. And again, the 3 timeouts taken by the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, the Houston Texans are teeing off on Colts wide receiver. Wow. Yeah, you can feel that one. And even you go back to that hit by Eugene Wilson. I know you can't lead to the forearm, but you're taught to play that way since Little League, and it's all you can do to knock the receiver off the ball.
3rd down and 4. This is the guy with the first down catch and run. Trailed out of bounds by D'Amico Ryans to the 35. He picks up 12.
And now the Houston Texans. Here's where you can't think to yourself defensively, whoa, the officials are screwing us up. The officials made this call or made that call. You've got to come out. You've got to cover Joseph Adai. You can't allow the Colts to put more points on the board in these final 2 minutes.
Well, they started at the 20. They've had a 13-yard pass to Wayne. A 12-yard catch and run there by Adai at the 35-yard line. First down and 10. Clark with the block. Reggie Wayne, first down, 22-yard line. Trailed out of bounds by Dante Robinson. That's a gain of 12. The second big-time double-digit yard catch by Wayne on this drive.
And we told you Peyton Manning was going to seize the opportunity in the final 2 minutes of this first half to try to put points on the board. And after the 3rd down pass was incomplete to Dallas Clark, and they threw the penalty in, and then he gets a new set of downs. He knew he was going to take advantage of that. Very difficult to keep them from scoring.
And out about 38 pass attempts already by Manning. First down and 10. To the end zone. Collie, and he was covered by a rookie, Bryce McCain out of Utah. Remember now, the Colts have been in the red zone, not in there right now, but prior to this, they had been in the red zone 3 times, and they've only gotten a couple of 3s out of it.
Look at the career highs for the first half. They completed 26 of 39, nearly 300 yards passing right now in the first half of this game.
Nichols secondary remains out there for the Texans, and 2nd down and 10. These receivers are always on the same page for Manning.
Absolutely. Look at Dallas Clark aligning in the backfield right here.
Offering a block. Intercepted and picked off by Pollard. Manning will try to make the tackle. He can't. And then he's brought down by Devan and Lilja. A 37-yard return. It's the first turnover by the Colts. Manning throws it. He was deep in Houston territory, and finally the defense comes up with a big play this afternoon.
It's a great play. Rarely can you steal one from Manning. And watch Pollard come clear from the other side and picks off this pass from Peyton Manning. Pollard was a guy who was released by the Kansas City Chiefs. He had played for David Gibbs, the current defensive back coach for the Houston Texans, and so they pick him up playing for his old coach, and boy does he pay off right here. A huge pickup right now for Houston. A player who was on waivers from Kansas City stepping in and making a play.
Slayton in the backfield. 2 timeouts for Houston. First down and 10 for midfield and for the quarterback Shaw. Quick slant caught by David Anderson. Hit by Powers down to the 40, close to a first down. Picks up 11 yards. They'll move the chains. That interception by Manning, by the way, the first in 128 pass attempts in his 5th of the season.
And now can we see a reversal of fortunes about Houston Texans putting some points on the board when it looked like they were ready to give up some.
There's a flag on 1st and 10. Slayton on the screen. His blockers were out ahead of him. Lacey with a nice play. Just a meager gain of 2 to the 37-yard line. As we said, a flag was thrown. 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Offense had a beautiful drive. The last time we saw him on the field, then a fumble at the goal line by Moats turns it over.
Offside offense, number 12. Lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Jacoby Jones. That's an offensive penalty. And they've had more defensive penalties today. That's the 9th overall. And offensively, it is the 2nd.
Yeah, but shooting themselves in the foot. And you can talk about 9 penalties for 63 yards. You know, you got to be near perfect to beat the Indianapolis Colts. And the Houston Texans have been far from perfect here in the first half.
5 in the secondary. Slayton remains the running back. 1st and 15. Well, the receiver came in. The ball went outside. Walter was covered by the linebacker. That was the coverage they wanted. Clint Session was there guarding him. 2nd down and 15.
So much for quarterbacks like Matt Schaub is about anticipation. Didn't have time to do that. Had to turn it loose early because the pocket was collapsing. The pressure was coming in. Had he held that ball for another tick, he would have been sacked on the play, and you can ill afford to be sacked at a moment like this.
Freeney and Mathis are in there as the defensive ends for the Colts. The extra defensive back is Jennings. 2nd down and 15. They need the 30. And Slayton still at the side is Shaw. Winston with a good block at the right tackle. That is dropped. Jacoby Jones. Session, the linebacker, was on him.
Well, that hurts him right there because the protection held up that time, and Schaub drills a strike right between the numbers for Jacoby Jones. Make that catch. He allows the ball to get into his body and ricochets, right off his shoulder pass. Got to be secure catching the ball with your hands.
Houston has not converted a 3rd down today for their offensive coordinator, Kyle Shanahan. It's 3rd and 15 right now. Same allotment of receivers. Slayton remains, still the nickel. Still Freeney and Mathis. Jacoby Jones slithering, does not have the first down. Session hit him. And Lacey, the rookie quarterback, hit him. It's a gain of 7, but they did get into field goal range. And they've got a guy who's kicked more 50-yard field goals over the last 4 or 5 years than anybody in the league.
And if you're wondering why the Houston Texans aren't taking shots down the field, don't you need pass protection to hold up in order to do that? If you're thinking that you have an advantage with your wide receivers against a secondary that's banged up with the Indianapolis Colts, Gary Kubiak needs the offensive line to protect from Mathis and Freeney in order to get the ball down the field.
You see the clock with just 2 seconds remaining, and here is Chris Brown. He, over the last handful of years, has gone 8 of his last 9 field goals from 50 yards or more, dating back to 2006. So the ball will go down at the 46. This is a 56-yard try. He has had 2 field goals blocked this season. And it's blocked again. Timeout was taken by the Colts. Timeout was taken by the Colts.
He's going to get another shot at it.
He sure is.
And Kevin, at this end of the field, remember, this is the end where they can open up the windows, but remember, they closed them. They opened up before the game, then closed it back. It's normally a nice draft coming through, so he may have at least the right conditions with those windows being closed. The right conditions may exist. If he can get the ball up and past the line of scrimmage, they have good conditions to make this kick.
They were open in the pregame, and then they were closed. A lot of times Peyton Manning might have his way on the way the roof configuration is, although he'll tell you that it's Mr. Irsay that is the one who makes the decision on that, but he would prefer no wind. It's a perfect situation inside here, like it is down at Reliant in Houston. His career long is 57. A 56-yard try. Dreesen will have the snap. Last one was blocked. He's hit 8 of his last 9 from 50, and he belts this through. And they get the field goal from 56 yards away. And to look at Peyton Manning, who has thrown a touchdown pass today. He's had a lot of attempts. He has just been fantastic in what has been a pass-heavy offensive scheme in the first half against Houston today.
Well, you got to like what he's doing. Other than the interception, was really flawless in the first half. And I'm sure Peyton Manning understands they had a lot of red zone possessions. Yeah, they can be a little bit better when they get in those opportunities. I do believe that Matt Schaub got it going in the second quarter. And it started by their ability to run the ball, and then they were able to drive down the field. They'd have a Ryan Moats turnover right there on the goal line, preventing them from putting a touchdown on the board. But even on that last possession of the half, to be able to move the ball against the Colts defense, come away with a field goal, I think that was huge. Now let's see how they respond in the second half, Kevin.
Manning, by the way, with the 40 pass attempts, they've had 10 runs. You can do the math, and it is weighted toward the passing scheme, and there's a guy who likes to talk about passing and going after it. Dwight Freeney, who was hit a little bit below the knee. He's had a sack every game this season, and 9 straight. And you can see the kind of company he's in right there. Pretty good players up and down the board.
Not too many people have had a sack in 9 consecutive games, and one behind Simon Fletcher, who played for the Denver Broncos.
Jacoby Jones will get this kickoff a couple of yards deep for the Houston Texans. And at the reach block, he's brought down by Aaron Francisco. There goes a flag. You see that at the 29 on the return of 25 yards. As it stands right now, to the 24-yard line. Francisco was picked off waivers from the Arizona Cardinals.
During return, holding number 72. 10-yard penalty, first down.
And that penalty goes on Jesse Nading, who was called off the practice squad earlier this week. And playing in the league 2 years out of Colorado State. Well, how do you shake the cobwebs? How do you shake what has been a pretty disastrous beginning for Houston? I guess take some of the momentum you built up in that first half.
I think if you're Gary Kubiak at halftime, you tell your team, hey, the fact that we've had a lot of penalties, a lot of turnovers, we're only down by 10.
Yep,
you know,
exactly.
We're an offense that can score a lot of points. Let's just stick with what we do. Let's start with pounding the rock in the run game.
Moats is in the backfield. Here's a 1st and 10 for Shaw. And lassoed by Andre Johnson, brought down by Brackett. That's a gain of 11. It's a first down to the 25.
Didn't we tell you this guy could pluck the ball from double coverage? There was 2 guys on Andre Johnson, and still Schaub had the confidence to drill that ball in there. We saw him pay for it with an interception earlier in the game, trying to force the ball into coverage to Johnson. That time, Johnson was able to come down with it.
We told you Schaub has thrown more touchdown passes coming into this week and for more yards than any other quarterback in the NFL. There's a first down from the 25. Moats leads with the lead block, and he squirms his way into the grasp of Bethea at the 31. He picks up 6 yards.
Houston Texans got off to the slow start. You could see the 3 punts and interception in their first 4 possessions, and then even a fumble. So the first 5 possessions were disastrous. They finally get a field goal on their 6th possession in the first half. So if they don't just shoot themselves in the foot, I think they can go toe-to-toe with the Indianapolis Colts. They do have to settle down. Can't ride the wave of emotion.
Schaub 11 of 16, second down, long 3. Wilson on the move, and Moats. And he was it. Down on the play by Mathis, gain of 2, and he's up to the 34-yard line. And if you can keep settled, they've I think withheld any kind of emotion this Houston team has in terms of getting caught up in what was a turbulent beginning, and they're settling down now in all facets of their game.
But what they can't do is they can't turn the ball over. You can't give more opportunities to Peyton Manning, and you've got to convert situations like this where you're 3rd and short.
Slayton is in. They've gone to the nickel. They take out Wheeler. They bring in Jennings on the defense. 3rd down and 1. Slayton had those fumbling issues and backpedals as he was tripped up on the play by Antonio. Now make it, he's going to be not brought down by Mathis after a gain of 4. Mathis got him around the foot to the 37.
This is that stretch run play where you try to get to the 9 hole over on the left side. And if you can get to the edge, one cut and downhill is what Steve Slayton is taught in this offense. That's why he rushed for over 1,200 yards as a rookie 1 year ago. His ability to maintain security of the football is paramount here in the second half.
Back to 4 in the secondary. First down and 10. Good time for Shaw. Great blocking up front. That's right on the money. And caught on the play by Kevin Walter. That's a 19-yard pickup, the biggest completion today by Schaub. The first catch made by Walter. Spot him at the 43.
Yeah, but watch it. See the play fake? See, their ability to run the ball is what hold the linebackers. Gary Brackett. Brackett vacates that center area in the intermediate area of the football field, and that's what allows the receiver to get open. So it starts with their ability to run it. Kevin Walter knows that area is going to be open because they have the play fake on. But, boy, when you can run the football, it opens up this Houston Texans offense.
Jacoby Jones takes his place on 1st and 10. Slayton in the backfield. Good block by Winston, and is picked off on the play, in and out of the hands of Brackett. Just about had it. Brackett has had 10 career interceptions.
Now watch the play fake this time. It's not a real good one, and that's why Brackett is able to peel back and get into the throwing lane. Nearly had an interception. I think if you're Matt Schaub, you've got to sell that play fake a little bit between he and the runner, because you were not able to hold the veteran Gary Brackett. You're not going to fool him on 2 plays in a row.
Well, they've gone 26 games the linebackers have without an interception. For the Colts, 2nd down and 10. Walter back in. And a backpedaling move with Raheem Brock down there. And with a lead block by the center, Chris Myers. It's a gain of 3. Slayton. The fumbling issue has been a big story in Houston. It should be. He leads the league, as you mentioned earlier, with 5 fumbles this season.
Yeah, he's had 7 fumbles and lost 5 of them. He's got to be able to get his confidence back. People are going to pull at it, but you got to hold on to it.
3rd down and 7. They got to get to the 34. He's got the first down. Great block by Andre Johnson. And he'll gallop to the 21. 19-yard run by Schaub as the play broke down. His receiver, Johnson, gave him a nice block. Bethea ushers him out of play. First down for Houston.
This is a truly great play by Matt Schaub. Not known for his mobility, but see the pocket presence? They were swatting at the ball. He held onto it, made one defender miss in space. So he's not known to be a player with quick feet, but certainly was able to make some moves. And what a huge play for Gary Kubiak's quarterback, Matt Schaub.
Moats is in 1st and 10. Ryan Moat, back player of the year. Session brings him down. Gain of a yard. Down to the 20-yard line. If they can get a combination of Slayton and Moats, that's going to benefit this offense.
I think it does start with their ability to run the ball. You see this drive, 6 run plays, 3 pass plays for 66 yards, but they're matriculating the ball down the field because they're able to run it. I do believe you keep this defense for the Colts off balance. I think it does put the linebackers between a rock and a hard place. Yes, Steve Slayton has held on to the ball for this possession, but right now, Gary Brackett and the linebackers on defense, they've got to either press it and try to attack the run game or drop to defend against the pass.
2nd down and 9. 10th play of the drive to the end zone. What a catch made by Walter at the 2-yard line. And on the play, he was going up against Melvin Bullitt. Spot him at the 2. It's a 19-yard pickup. It's 1st and goal, Houston.
See, they hold the linebackers and get the ball over the top. Look at the linebackers going up to the line of scrimmage, and they can get it to the 2nd level in front of the safety, Melvin Bullitt. Yeah, he knows he's going to take a lick, but boy, he holds on to it. It's a great play by Kevin Walter, a very underrated wide receiver.
He had a 19-yard catch earlier on the drive. 1st and goal at the 2. Moats is in. It is Moats. Leads with the lead block. And he gains a yard down to the 1. Lacey comes up there and brings him down at the 1-yard line.
Again, continuing to press the line of scrimmage with their ability to run the football. And now you've got to make it pay off down here on the goal line. They try to power it in, come right downhill, but look at the blue shirts. Real stout at the point of attack on that run play.
They bring in the rookie tight end Anthony Hill. 2nd down and goal at the 1. You can see the 3 turnovers this Colts defense has produced in 6 opponent goal-to-go possessions. Moats, Leach in the eye. Wide open touch. A juggling catch by Moats. A 1-yard touchdown reception. His first of the year. And the Houston Texans are back in business.
He was so wide open. Now take a look. That's your guy. That's Andre Johnson. Everyone jumps him, and they leave Ryan Moats wide open on the perimeter inside the end zone. And so Johnson plays the decoy and allows Moats to get wide open. Schaub completes his 17th touchdown pass of the season.
The team record with the extra point here coming from Chris Brown. We got a new one. Indy jumped off to a 13-0 lead, 10 unanswered points. by the Houston Texans. Good-looking drive engineered by Schaub. Moats got the 1-yard touchdown reception, the first of his career. There were some big plays on that drive. 2 long receptions by Walter of 18 and 19 yards. And Schaub himself, Solomon, ran for 19 yards.
Well, they'll tell you that that first possession in the second half is vitally important.
Keontae Dawson, up man, defensive lineman, takes it up to the 30-yard line. 13, flag is in fact 2 thrown on the play. I think a late hit or a personal foul.
After the play is over, unnecessary roughness. Number 98 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Rookie Connor Barwin. And the coach isn't going to like that. You sense some momentum shift here?
Absolutely, and now Peyton Manning has to get the momentum back from the Houston Texans, who have scored 10 unanswered points.
5 in the secondary, 1st and 10 for Manning. Dumps it off. It's caught by Reggie Wayne. Not a lot of running room right there. Jacques Reeves, the ex-Cowboy, makes the stop. A gain of 1 to the 46-yard line. It was interesting. Gary Kubiak talking about Manning said he controls the entire game unlike any other quarterback I've ever seen.
Absolutely, and in this position, I think he understands there's been a momentum shift, and Peyton Manning is a momentum killer. All he has to do is march his team down the field to put some points on the board and stop this wave by the Houston Texans.
2nd down, long 9. On the money to Clark. Knocked out of bounds by Cushing. A nice reception right there. He picks up 6 yards on the play. And Clark for the day has caught 12 passes from Manning.
That ties a career high for a single game for Dallas Clark. We said that he may exceed that number in the first half. He nearly did, but you know, Peyton talked about against a nickel defense, that is with the extra defensive back, when they take a linebacker out, that he felt like Dallas Clark could win the lion's share of the matchup throughout this game today.
Williams, Smith, Okoye, and Barwin on that defensive line. 3rd down and 3. A die at the side of Manning. Clark wants some extra protection with Manning bringing him over, and a timeout taken. Colts just took a timeout. 3rd and 3. Houston's defense has forced more 3 and outs than any other defense in the NFL.
Big 3rd down play here for Peyton Manning and the Colts offense. You know he's going to put it in the air. He's going to check to a pass play and look for him to go to Dallas Clark, who's been very good in these situations.
Texans in the nickel. Nice footwork by Manning. He gets away from Ryans. He's chased by Barwin. He's going to be shy. Pollard drills him shy after a run of 2 by Manning to the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about a yard to go.
Good pressure coming up the middle for the Houston Texans defense. Watch how they bring pressure here, and that's when they force him and flush him out of the pocket. If you're the Texans defense, this is what you want. Peyton Manning running the football as opposed to throwing the football. Peyton Manning has always said bad things happen when the quarterback holds on to the ball, and right now the Texans, look at that, forcing a 3 and out. 36% of the time, best in the National Football League.
McAfee to punt, and he'll try to knuckleball this in. Jacoby Jones is right there with the catch at the 16-yard line. Kind of seems like we've hit the crossroads of this game. Houston's garnered the emotion and the momentum of this game.
Well, I think they've done exactly what Gary Kubiak has wanted. They've stayed steady. They've come out here in the second half, and they've gone on the attack against the Colts defense.
4 in the secondary. Moats in the backfield. 1st down and 10 for Schaub. Monte Leach held by Bullitt. Picks up 4. Reaches the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Moats blocked by Winston. Blocked by Caldwell, sifting through Brackett. Gain of a yard. Markham at the 21.
And now this is really where the Houston Texans offensive line has to be able to take over the ball game. Can you wear down the Colts defense? Can you play keep away and keep Peyton Manning standing next to Jim Caldwell on the sideline, winning the time of possession, converting 3rd downs, and it all starts with running the ball, and then you work the play-action pass play to get the ball down the field to Andre Johnson.
Taking out Wheeler, they put in Jennings. 5 in the secondary. 3rd down and 5. Slayton in the backfield. Going deep, he's got Jacoby Jones. What a catch! Hit by the rookie Lacey. Burned to the 34. Picks up on the play, 45. 1st down for the Texans.
Remember, Matt Schaub just missed by a fingertip to Andre Davis earlier in the game. This one, now he throws it and allowed Jacoby Jones to run under it. He plucks it, able to catch it. Yeah, I said you work the ball down the field to Andre Johnson, but Jacoby Jones, that's not a bad option as well. And you see the coverage going towards Johnson and then up top to Jacoby Jones. He's got speed to burn, able to get behind the Colts secondary.
45-yard pickup. Slayton in the backfield, first down and 10 from the 34 of the Colts. Slayton, Leach with the lead block. And belted down by Session, one of the linebackers. That's a gain of 3 to the 31. Second down, 7. Slayton remains. Got away from Brackett. Incomplete on the near side, looking for the rookie tight end Anthony Hill. It'll be third down and 7.
Very smart play by Matt Schaub, sensing the pressure at his feet, backing away from the line of scrimmage. And now you can't afford to take a sack here. You got to throw it away. See, he senses the pressure, and now you just get rid of it. Live to fight another day.
Once again, they go to the nickel, as they've been doing all game long. They take out the linebacker Phillip Wheeler, starting for the injured Tywan Hagley. Remember now, 3 starters out of the secondary for the Indianapolis Colts. They got the nickel in there right now. They bring in Jennings, third and 7. Slayton remains. Low snap. No problem. Andre Johnson picks it up. Brackett with the catch of Andre Johnson. A 16-yard pickup. A first down to the 15.
He speaks softly but carries a big stick. Andre Johnson, not one of those diva-like wide receivers, but boy, does he put in work. His ability to go into the middle of that defense, knowing he's going to take a lick on third down and pluck that ball out of midair, shows why he's one of the best, more than anything, one of the toughest receivers in the league.
Good point. 6 catches and 55 yards for Andre Johnson today. Again, rookie corners for that Indianapolis team. First and 10. Slayton, he can make a miss. Wheeler right there to get him down after a gain of 2. A lot of guys would have lost yards. He's down to the 13.
And he almost did. We talk about that one cutting downhill. He took his one cut and went sideways.
Yep.
And it looked like he was going somewhere. And look, there's Alex Gibbs.
Yeah.
Alex Gibbs said, that's not what we teach you. One cut downhill, not one cut sideways. And you can see Gibbs said, don't start ad-libbing out here. We want you to stick to the run plan. You've got to follow the prescribed formula behind this offensive line, one that has worked for years under Alex Gibbs.
Moats is in second down and 8. 8th play of the drive. It's started back at the 16. Moats slithering his way for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. He's down to the 9. Muir was down there on that defensive line. And that has been a nice combination today. Slayton and Moats, they got a nice rhythm back there.
But you can see Moats, one cut downhill. Fast to the hole, quick through it, sticking with the formula. And Gary Kubiak working the offense right now. This offense is on the move. They're starting to win the time of possession battle, particularly here in the second half, playing keep away from Peyton Manning. Now you got to turn these possessions into points.
4 receivers, 5 in the secondary, third and 4. Another low snap. And that is a backpedaling grab by Andre Johnson, hit by Brock down at the 1. 8-yard pickup. That's a first down. And Andre Johnson, lost his wind right there, and you can see him. As tough a receiver as you'll see. Now remember, he's wearing that guarding around his midsection, the bruised lung a couple weeks ago. He's wearing a very thin flak jacket, and that was a pretty hard hit right there. So we have an injury timeout. We'll expand on this when we come back. 1:33 in the third, and the Texans are on the move. Andre Johnson just walked off under his own power. That was a good sign. He's had a 16-yard reception on this drive. 2 third-down catches. It's first down and goal to go. 2 tight ends are in there. Moats stops the eye. Schaub will take it himself. And they try to push him across. The center was Chris Myers, who's had a couple of low snaps in the shotgun on this drive. They'll mark him about the 1-yard line, and a little talk there with Session, who's hit by Bethea. Second down and goal at the 1.
Interesting. Chris Brown is their best running back in terms of the power runner. He's really big, but he had a fumble in a game against Jacksonville where they had the ball on the goal line. He fumbles, and the Texans lose the game. Do you trust your ball carriers in this situation? You hate to have to throw the ball here if you're the head coach Gary Kubiak, you want to be able to run it in.
Second goal at the one. Moats remains. With the two tight ends, here's Moats digging his way. Nice sign from the official. Shy.
Not big enough.
He did not make it. It looked like Eric Foster was there. Daniel Muir was there. Just one note on Chris Brown. They spent the training camp looking for a big bruising running back. They thought Brown would be the guy. Remember, against Arizona, he was stuffed twice inside the one.
See the penetration right there? You got some leakage into the backfield as they're able to knife in. That was 99 Antonio Johnson, but still not a big enough back to power it in. So if you're going to run it in, I think Chris Brown's got to be the guy you go with. Or you got to throw it. You hate to have to put the ball in the air to do so.
Starting the fourth quarter, the Texans at the 1-yard line. They got it third and goal at the one. They've covered their last 5 third downs. They started the game 0 of 5. Pretty important play coming up right here for a team, Solomon, that has scored 10 unanswered points on the Colts.
How about the resiliency of Gary Kubiak's team and the Houston Texans?
Good point.
We never thought that the Colts, the Jaguars, and Titans would fall back to us. We knew we had to get better and go out and get them. Here's the opportunity to go out and get them.
They're going to be in the nickel defensively. Slayton is in. Third and goal at the one. Slayton. Winston with the block, and that's a 1-yard touchdown run. And for the first time today, the Houston Texans are on top. They've scored 16 unanswered points to start the fourth quarter. 2 seconds gone, on top 16-13.
Kubiak told us we cannot win this game without Steve Slayton and his ability to run the ball. He shows trust in a running back who had been putting the ball on the ground lately, but here he finds the end zone. How about that? 16 unanswered points by the Houston Texans. Boy, they've got their swagger back. The confidence is rolling in Houston.
And Slayton has his third rushing touchdown of the season. You see the extra point by Chris Brown. 13-zip was the score. Indy. The confidence is building for Steve Slayton, capping that long drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. And there was a huge reception, Solomon, on that drive of 45 yards by Jones that really pushed them deep into Indianapolis territory.
Absolutely, and Steve Slayton getting it in, maybe getting some of his confidence back when carrying the ball.
Good bounce. Simpson can't get it on a hop. Took a bad hop at shortstop, and it's out of the end zone. Touch back to the 20. Peyton Manning will have it first down and 10. All right, Manning now with the emotion and the momentum clearly in the hands of the Texans, comes back with the first and 10.
Houston has been here before. 4 of the last 5 games against the Colts have been decided by 6 points. Twice last year they had the Colts on the ropes and let them get away.
But they've never had the lead this deep into a game, and here we go. First and 10 with the die in the backfield. Dean is pulling. Good block by Clark on Bowman. Out of bounds, shoved by Pollard. He's got a first down. Let's see where they spot that ball. At the 30-yard line, and it's a gain of about 10.
Yeah, maybe the Colts need to get it going by running the football with Joseph Adai. We've told you they've struggled to run the ball, but that's that same stretch play you see the Houston Texans running. The Colts run it also, and Joseph Adai getting to the first down mark.
They've been the nickel most of the game. The defense for the Texans has. First and 10 right here. Here's a low pass, and hard to catch. Incomplete for Pierre Garçon. 3 consecutive scores for the Houston Texans. That's what Manning faces right now. Manning's done a masterful job trying to work these young receivers in for the Colts.
Haven't been able to do much here in the second half. This is only their second possession of the first half. They had only run 3 plays prior to this possession. Only had the ball for a minute and 52 seconds of the third quarter.
It's second down and 10. Old reliable Dallas Clark, 13th reception today. He'll make it the 14th he's had. And that is a gain of 9. Spot him at the 39-yard line.
Now, we talked about Peyton Manning being a momentum killer. He can put points on the board in a hurry. And so if you're Houston, you cannot relax. You can't look at the scoreboard and say, okay, we got him where we want him, because Peyton Manning will answer score for score. The defense has to turn up their intensity and be able to take the ball away.
Quinn made the tackle. Third down and 1. Mario Williams on the right side this time. Bowman is the left defensive end. Third and 1. That's caught for a first down. Garçon drilled on the play by D'Amico Ryan. That's a gain of 7, moving the chains again to the 46.
Yeah, D'Amico Ryan's laid the lick on Pierre Garçon coming over the middle. We talked about Andre Johnson knifing through the middle. Garçon showing that he has the courage to do the same.
Still the nickel and 1st and 10 for Manning. Listen how quiet it is in here every time they've got the ball so he can make his cadence. He's hit and sacked. Brought down by Mario Williams. Peyton Manning had not been sacked in the 4th quarter in any game this season. That's the 4th of the season for Williams. It comes at a great time.
Watch 66 Devan. Goes right over the top of him, and then you can see Mario Williams coming off the edge. If you push the pocket into the face of the quarterback, then your ends can get home. Charlie Johnson beaten on the play by Mario Williams, who told us in order for them to win, he's got to put Manning on the ground.
Loss of 6 back to the 40. 2nd down and 16 for Manning. Good block by Charlie Johnson, the left tackle. That's caught, and a good catch it was by Garcon. Hit by Pollard. Mark him at the 45. It's a gain of 15 yards.
Sometimes you need players to help out your quarterback. The pass wasn't perfect by Manning, thrown behind Garcon, but boy, he reached right behind himself and stabbed that ball and snatched it out of midair.
Marvin Harrison did a lot of work with Garcon last year. Garcon's out of a tiny school, Mount Union, a Division III school. 3rd down and 1. Good block by the right guard, Devan. Bobbled. Incomplete. What a hit by Dante Robinson on the play. Help with Glover Quinn. Incomplete. Flag has been thrown across the way at the 46-yard line right in front of the Texans bench.
Looks like it's going to be on Houston.
Offside defense, number 98.
Wow. Oh, what a killer. Well, defensive penalties have been killing. That's the 8th defensive penalties out of a total of 12 against Kubiak's Houston Texans. That's a season high.
The rookie Connor Barwin.
For the 2nd time.
Absolutely. And boy, you know, you can't give Peyton Manning second chances. This is where he usually makes you pay. Let's see if he can do it here.
Still the nickel. 1st down and 10. And the guy remains. That's Clark in motion. Into round wing. Does he want to throw? Yes, he does. Bad pass. Intercepted by Pollard. Flag is thrown. Flag is down. An odd call. Last week, of course, it was a dive with the pitch from Manning throwing a touchdown pass, the 1st of his career. Now they try it with Reggie Wayne at a very strange time of the game when they were moving so well with Manning. And now we're going to see what that flag is all about.
Pass interference, offense number 85. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception. 1st down.
Bernard Pollard has just picked off Reggie Wayne. Pollard from Fort Wayne, Indiana, went to Purdue. His 6th career interception, 1st with the Texans, 1st and 10. From the 24-yard line. Moats in the backfield. Shot. Almost picked off by the nickel. Tim Jennings. 2nd down and 10. That was close.
Turnovers have plagued the Houston Texans. Whenever they have Colts on the ropes in the past, it's been turnovers that have allowed the Colts to get back in the game. And you can see, should have made that interception. Tim Jennings, boy, dropping that one is equivalent to dropping a potential touchdown catch.
We're going to go back to just 4 in the secondary. Will the Indy defense. There's a look at first-year head coach Jim Caldwell. 2nd down and 10. Moats in the backfield. This is Moats. Session trying to knock him down. Then he was hit eventually by Lacey and by Wheeler. It's a gain of 4. The nickel, Slayton in motion, 3rd and 5. David Anderson, great defensive play. Terrific defensive play by Clint Session. He's out of the University of Pittsburgh, a starter a season ago. No gain, 3 and out for the Houston Texans.
How often do you hear the term speed kills? Usually it refers to an offensive player, but Clint Sessions is the one that shows us some speed here. Anderson gets it, but watch the closing speed of Sessions. Yanking Anderson to the ground quickly, snuffing out that possession by the Houston Texans.
Matt Turk the punt. He has forced 2 fair catches today, and deep back will be T.J. Rushing. And rushing from the 32-yard line, and there he goes. And he's hit by Alex Molden. Hang time of only 3-6. Only 8 teams in the history of the NFL have had a 16-game winning streak. Ties for the 4th longest. And Jim Caldwell, in his first year as the head coach, has done a terrific job getting this team to where they are. Manning and the Colts have had 2 come-from-behind wins this year, including last week. They got it 1st and 10 from the 39. This is a dive. Good block by Dean and good block by Charlie Johnson. Brought down by Cushing. It's a pickup of 7, and he submarines his way to the 46.
All right, let's go back and talk about what Houston's been able to do on defense against Indy, because in that first quarter, Peyton Manning was having his way with this defense. I do believe they begin to press more at the line of scrimmage, jam the wide receivers, throw off the timing of the passing game, and since then they've been able to get back in it.
2nd down and 3, a dime. Dean will lead the way. Good block, too, by Garcon. He's got the first down. He would not be denied. Okoye brought him down. And a little hit by Reeves. A gain of 12. He's down to the 42 of Houston.
How about Peyton Manning at crunch time going to Joseph Adai, checking to the run game, and then being able to get the run game to the second level, create a new set of downs so Peyton Manning can continue to go to work. Not getting away from Joseph Adai, who I think has probably played the best here in the second half.
Williams playing the right defensive end out there with Antonio Smith, Okoye, and Bowen all on that defensive line. 1st down and 10 from a 42. Into the nickel. Right off the fingertips of Collie. Coverage downfield by Glover Quinn.
Quinn is in excellent position, and Manning has plenty of time on this one, but you can see he's looking all the way to Austin Collie, but look at the drop. The depth of that drop by Glover Quinn forces the high throw over the head. Manning wanted to drop it in there, but great, excellent coverage underneath by Glover Quinn.
Colts had 3 red zone appearances in the first half, and on 2 of those they had to settle for 3. Thanks to some good defense by the Houston Texans. 2nd down and 10. A fake to a dime. The block by Devane. The catch made by Clark. Thrown in the play by Pollard. He's down to the 25, 17-yard pickup.
And why is Dallas Clark able to catch this ball? They don't jam him at the line of scrimmage. Listen up. They don't jam him at the line. They jammed him once he catches the ball, but a little bit too late after he picks up the first down.
Sean Cody is coming on that defensive line. 14th catch by Clark. He's to the 25, along with Manning in the offense, and it's 1st down and 10. Clark the block. Pass catch by Collie. Right in front of Quinn. What a catch by Austin Collie, 4th round pick. He was the 127th drafted kid, and he and Manning have worked out a lot together to get him on the same page. 16-yard pickup right there. He's down to about the 9, and a terrific grab.
Rookie on rookie. Glover Quinn matched up against Austin Collie again. This time Collie's able to free himself from man-to-man coverage. He's a little bit shaken up. Came down. Watch, see, they pick him right there, and that's why he's able to get away from Glover Quinn.
Good call.
Just enough to be able to make that catch, and Peyton Manning timed up the throw perfectly.
Collie, who is in his first year out of BYU, set Mountain West Conference records, school record in receptions, and he had the most receiving yards a year ago in college football.
Kid goes on a mission to South America and really, I think, shows the poise and maturity, and what a tremendously high football IQ, and studies with his wife to master the playbook. And I think it's an unconventional way of doing it, but he says, you know, I learn better when I have to talk it out. And so they quiz each other, and he's able to lock in on this offense, and he's making some plays. 1st and goal here at the 9. So Collie is out. They have brought in another tight end, Gian Robinson. Clark, Garcon, and Wayne are the 3 wideouts. Go in and out on Dallas Clark. You have to jam him at the line of scrimmage.
Manning, who calls 3 plays. We talked about this back in the first half. Calls 3 plays at the line, then settles on 1 after he reads the defense. A dive. Good watch by Dean. And then he tries to go up the middle. Was stuffed pretty hard on the play, and a gain of 2. All kinds of guys in there, including the bottom of the pile, Antonio Smith. 2nd down.
Yeah, and the reason why Manning is going to check to the run play, he liked something that he saw with the extra defensive backs on the field, the absence of a linebacker in the box. Got to believe they can hit him quickly in the crease and try to power it in real quickly with a run game.
2nd down and goal at the 7. Wayne blocked by Garcon. Good tackle on the side by Eugene Wilson, who has probably improved the most on this defense as the season has gone on. The expatriate, gain of 5. And they're going to spot him at about the 1.
Quick screen to Reggie Wayne. If he can break that tackle by Eugene Wilson, he's going to score. So excellent tackling by the defense for the Houston Texans. We see them subbing, bringing on more of a run defense, as you could see some of the defensive backs going out. Mario Williams also coming out of the game.
Fader Kyle becomes a tackle eligible on the left side. Foster, the defensive lineman, will be the lead blocker here. A guy in the backfield, 3rd and goal at the 2. A guy breaks a couple tackles and wiggles into the end zone for a touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run by Joseph Adai, his 2nd touchdown today.
The Houston Texans had the perfect defensive play called for what the Colts want to do. Watch them knife into the backfield. You've got to make that tackle. And once you're within the backfield, Joseph Adai powers it in. Even though he's hit before he gets to the goal line, he's able to drag a defender into the end zone. But you got to like the play call. Defensively, they had the play set up, but the execution was poor.
8 plays, 61-yard drive. The all-important extra point is up and through. It's a 3-point lead for Indy. Adai has scored his 2nd touchdown on the ground and through the air. Adai had the game's 1st touchdown reception of 7 yards, but these games have been close between these two.
Yeah, 4 of the last 5 decided by 6 points or less. The Texans did come close to winning both games last year. They know they can play with the Colts. Now they got to prove they can win.
Jacoby Jones leads with the block, then brought down by Keontae Dawson. 23-yard return out to the 21-yard line. All right, take me inside the mind of Matt Schaub. He's got 7:06 with which to work. And 1st and 10.
Plenty of time to work it. And I think if you're Matt Schaub, you have to be careful with the ball. You got to secure it. You can't allow a turnover to affect the outcome of the game. Stick with the run play. Try to find your best wide receiver, Andre Johnson, and let him go to work.
5 in the secondary, Moats in the backfield, 1st and 10. No block by Brown there. Great defensive play turned in by Freeney. He's got a sack today. They throw him for a 4-yard loss. And Solomon, they're back to the 16-yard line.
How about Freeney with 2 sacks today and still can play the run game, knifing in and watching beat Dwayne Brown. See, he just stays and stacks the corner. That we call that setting the edge. Don't allow the runner to get to the edge of your defense. You contain it. You can make the play. It's plays like that wins ball game.
Well, there's an edge, all right.
There's a big edge.
They took out the nickel back. They got 4 back there right now, and Philip Wheeler comes back in as a linebacker, and it's 2nd down and 14. They need the 31. Timeout. That's the first burned by the Houston Texans. They got 2 left. 6:20 to play. The crowd back in it. Manning has regained his swagger with a good-looking 8-play, 61-yard drive moments ago.
But right now, an opportunity with 6 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Got to be able to trust Ryan Moats with the ball. You got to trust Steve Slayton with the ball. Of course, Moats turning it over today, and Slayton have turned it over 5 times prior to today's game. But you got to trust your weapons as you move the ball down the field.
They brought in the nickel, 2nd and 14. Great catch made. Grabbed on the play after a gain of 8 by Kevin Walter, and belted on the play by a host of players, including Wheeler. And they'll spot the ball, Solomon, at the 25.
And Kevin, on most of the important drives so far today, you could see Schaub connecting with his wide receivers, but he has been able to take some shots down the field against this Indianapolis Colts secondary. Remember, playing today without Bob Sanders.
Good point. Earlier in this half, they had a 45-yard pass to Jacoby Jones. Let's see if they can duplicate something like that right now. 3rd and 5. Slayton in the backfield. Nickel secondary. Started with the block at the left guard. And that is a catch by Dreesen, taking the place of the injured Owen Daniels. He picks up 9 on 3rd and 5. Move the chains to the 35 and a 1st down.
Gary Kubiak told us that Joe Dreesen, he was no stiff. He's a guy that can get out underneath the coverage and make some plays. Yes, Daniels more athletic, more of a vertical threat at the tight end position, but if Joe Dreesen can turn in this kind of performance, making good catches underneath, it's going to go a long way to help this offense. Keep an eye on the clock if you're Matt Schaub.
Slayton remains 1st and 10, 4 in the secondary. Slayton. There's a block by the center Myers, and you see the gang tackle after a gain of 4. to the 39. Looks like Slayton, who fumbled last week and was benched in the game at Buffalo, may have regained a little bit of his confidence. That fumbling issue huge in his mind. Maybe it's been erased today.
Well, first you got to start with the technique where Gary Kubiak says, hey, we've been working all week trying to teach him to hold the ball high and tight. We had guys in of course, practice pulling and tugging at the ball. He said right now it's proven to be a confidence thing. But he's got to be able to secure the ball, run with it high and tight. Can't let it hang loose.
So they watched a lot of Tiki Barber tape because Barber had a fumbling issue early in his career as well. 5 in the secondary, 2nd and 10. Here comes Slayton. Flag is thrown. Antoine Bethea was right there. The game to the 40-yard line. About a yard, maybe. But there is a flag.
Holding number 64 in the offense.
Stuttered.
10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down. 13
penalties called on the Houston Texans today, most on the defense. Offensively, that is make it the 3rd offensive penalty. 10 on the defense. Season high.
You know, so much has been talked about the Houston Texans offense putting up big numbers coming in, and we said Indy playing without Bob Sanders, Kelvin Hayden out, Marlon Jackson out. Those 3 players have missed a combined total of 36 games over the last 2 years. But guys like Melvin Bullock, Tim Jennings, and of course Jacob Lacey have really come in and held their water and played well in this secondary without those 3 starters.
2nd and 16, 5 defensive backs. There's a block by Winston. It's a pass to the running back Slayton, and a great play by Eric Foster. It is a gain of 6, and they're going to spot him at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's always been about next man up for the Indianapolis Colts. You can see Lacey pressing the hole, and how about this play by Foster? Running around making plays. They've always been able to adapt when losing starters. I mean, Bob Sanders has missed a lot of action over the last couple of years. And you can see 0 for 3 today. 3rd down conversions longer than 8 yards.
3rd down and 10. Winston, a good block. That's caught for a 1st down. Andre Johnson to the 42-yard line. Hit by Melvin Bullock. Picks up 24 on 3rd and 10. Spot him at the 42.
They caught him playing a soft cover 2 zone. The pressure didn't get there. And watch this throw by Matt Schaub. Laser lock accuracy. Plenty of time, plenty of protection. And then Johnson finding that soft spot. If the soft spots against a cover 2 zone is on any in-breaking route, you don't want to bring it in too close to the middle. Linebacker Gary Brackett, that time they found the sweet spot in that cover 2.
Oates is in, 1st and 10. He was hit hard. Grab by Session. It's a gain on the play of about a yard down to the 42-yard line. You know, we haven't talked much about the offensive line of the Texans. They have allowed a couple of sacks today. For the most part, against a very good defense of Indianapolis, they have given Schaub the time necessary.
Well, they have. I think particularly here in the 2nd half, we've seen Dwight Freeney really get after Matt Schaub in that 1st half, but been pretty quiet, even though these guys can wreck your game plan at any moment. Let's face it, they can come off the corner, get a strip sack and fumble and end the game in one play.
Slayton is in. 2nd and 10. Oh, it was drilled. It's an interception. It's caught by Session. Tackled by Anderson. That is the 3rd turnover. Just we're talking about protection. It came leaking through, I think. Antonio Johnson came in and drilled the quarterback and got right in Schaub's grill.
This is what we're talking about, coming right into your kitchen. You see the hit by Brackett. That forces the throw. And under their new defensive coordinator, Larry Coyer, they're blitzing the linebackers more. In the past, they were prone to try to get pressure with just their 4-down linemen. This year, they're bringing the linebackers more. And when they get home, pressure leads to picks. And so we saw Gary Brackett, one linebacker getting the pressure. Clint Sessions coming up with a big-time interception.
Big time indeed. You know, we don't talk about Larry Coyer that much. There's a lot of talk about the Mike Nolans at Denver and Greg Williams down at New Orleans, celebrated defensive coordinators, but Coyer's done a nice job with this team here.
Boy, has he. You saw the evidence of it on that play.
1st and 10 at the 40. This is a dime. And hit by Pollard, fallen on by Skinina, an ex-Colt. And he's gained 2 yards up to the 42-yard line.
And now with 2 minutes to go, let's see if Peyton Manning can put the icing on the cake here. You know, did this game come down to the moment of what we were talking about with Gary Kubiak, is that these games have come close. He says, but it has been the Indianapolis Colts. Give them all the credit. They've made the plays at crunch time. We've got to find a way to get back into that position, and we're going to have to make a play. He's hoping to get another one. Peyton Manning told us, he said, you know, we've been in a lot of close games with Houston. He said, even though they're 8 years removed from expansion, we respect the Houston Texans. We know they're a good football team.
5 in the secondary, second down and 8. The die remains. And let's see if that was a false start.
False start. Number 71 in the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
7-year starter Ryan Dean.
Yeah, they were trying to get out of that play, and Ryan Dean couldn't hold his water.
So much at stake. 16 consecutive wins for the Indianapolis Colts. If they get one more, they'll tie the 33-34 Chicago Bears with guys like Nagurski and Red Grange on the team. Second down and 13. They get by Dean. That's a fumble on the play and recovered by Dean with Scanina making the tackle just that close. Loss of 6 back to the 31.
So the icing isn't on the cake just yet. Look at this hit to Peyton Manning, and Mario Williams had a chance to recover. It ran right by the ball.
We're at the 2-minute warning. A pretty important 3rd and 19 coming up here for Manning. They need the 50. In a 3-point game. A dive in the backfield. The nickel remains.
Get it right. Get it right, Peyton.
This is a dive. Blocked by Johnson and Saturday. Look at him hurdle a defender. Brought down by Pollard. Shy of the first down. Picked up 13 on 3rd and 19. He's to the 44. They're going to punt the ball.
And boy, does he sell out trying to get this first down. It nearly comes up with a first down, throwing his body in the air, gets stamped on that play.
Dante Robinson also combined with that tackle. So Houston is out of timeouts. The Colts have 2. 1:50 to play. And a look at Matt Schaub and Kyle Shanahan as they try to plot and plan what's going to come up in a very interesting minute and 51 seconds.
As you well know, it's all about protection.
Yep.
Their ability to protect the quarterback. They didn't keep him clean, so he was hit. The ball goes fluttering in midair, and Clint Sessions comes down with the interception. If you keep the pocket clean, allow him to step up in the pocket, allow him maybe pressure off the corner, but certainly not straight up the middle in the face of Matt Schaub.
You saw Chris Brown earlier kicked a 56-yard field goal to conclude the first half. The punt now by McAfee. Jacoby Jones going to catch this at the 15-yard line. 41-yard punt. And a player is slow to get up across the way. That was Alex Molden, and here comes Schaub. 16 consecutive wins, we've told you, in the regular season. And here's a look at the teams with and above the Indianapolis Colts.
Win today, they could join the Chicago Bears for 3rd all-time with a 17 consecutive game winning streak. And the Patriots own the best 2 winning streaks, 21 and then 18. That 21 game streak, remember, they could have been 22 if it were not for the Wildcat game 1 year ago against Miami.
Slayton in the backfield. The new right guard is the rookie Antoine Caldwell. He's been going back and forth with Chris White today. 5 in the secondary, 1st and 10. They come through with Mathis. You see the diving catch by Jacoby Jones. They're going to spot the ball at the 23. Quick pickup of 8, and again Houston without timeouts.
And we also saw the hit by Foster on Matt Schaub. Keep him clean. He can deliver some strikes.
It's 2nd down and 2. Brown with a good block. Nice catch made. 1st down. He was drilled was the wide receiver Walter. With a 13-yard pickup and hit on the play by Gary Brackett. Moved the chains. 1st down to the 36.
And remember, they're only working to get a field goal here if possible to tie it up.
Nickel defense. 1st and 10. Andre Johnson hit by the rookie Gerard Powers. Close to a 1st down near the 45. A gain of about 9.5.
And right now the Colts are playing in that soft cover 2 we talked about. Any in-breaking balls is where you can get the completion.
2nd down and 1. They spike it right there, so that'll make it now 3rd down and 1. With 48 seconds to play, a look at Chris Brown. And this is what they've got to do to get inside his range.
Just inside the 40-yard line, and Chris Brown's got tremendous range to knock it through. We've seen him convert on one long field goal already here today.
On the defensive line, the tackles are Mathis and Freeney. Inside, they got Raheem Brock and Eric Foster. Slayton in the backfield here. 3rd down and 1. Caught for a 1st down. Walter again makes the grab. He was covered on the near side by the rookie Lacey. He picks up 8 yards. He gets out of bounds and stops the clock at 44 seconds.
Well, first you have the protection, and then you have the patience by Matt Schaub, and look at that throw. I guess it looked at first as if he was throwing it away, but he waited, held his water, waited for Kevin Walter and delivered the pass, and now they're only about maybe, 7 yards from that target line we talked about for Chris Brown.
Walter has caught all 5 of his passes today in the second half. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Great time again. Big time hit put on David Anderson and a gain of 8 right there. A belt by Session. The gain is to the 39-yard line as Brown takes his paces. No timeouts remaining. 2nd down and 2. Slayton remains. Good block by Brown. Here comes the rush by Foster. Oh, what a play by Schaub, and picked up by Slayton. Got back to the line of scrimmage and even picked up a yard. And what could have been disaster for the Houston Texans.
If he takes a sack, boy, are they going to live to regret this play. But watch the ad-lib. Watch the poise. He's staring down the barrel with 2 blue jerseys right on top of him. And he just kindly tells Steve Slayton, you go down, I'll drop it off to you. And he got the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
They just got to the target line, the 39-yard line. You see Slayton, 5 defensive backs, 3rd and 2. That's caught. 1st down. Andre Johnson working on the near side. Again, they're picking on the rookie Lacey. That's a pickup of 7 yards. They're going to spot the ball at the 32.
And just bought more space for Chris Brown, their field goal kicker, to work with. And at this point, with 14 seconds to go, you can take a shot at the end zone. You can get them closer, but you can try to knock out the Colts, maybe with a touchdown play. But you don't want to put the ball in harm's way. If you get Andre Johnson matched up in one-on-one coverage against a safety down the field in that cover 2 zone, take a shot at it.
As Andre Johnson lassos his 10th reception of the day, 1st and 10. Schaub in the middle of the field. It's caught by Jacoby Jones. The clock continues to tick. Jones is down there with an 8-yard gain to the 25-yard line. He's got to spike it quick, and he does. 2 seconds. 1 second. Oh, is that close? Oh, my goodness. In the middle of the field. Sure, they got the catch, but how dangerous were they flirting right there with the possible expiration of the regular clock.
And that's why the middle of the field was open. Give credit to Gary Kubiak for taking advantage of it. You think they're going to throw the ball out of bounds or toward the sideline. Look at that. They got the clock stopped with 1 second left.
How about the lineman getting set? All right, this is a 42-yard field goal try for the tie. Oh, he missed! The Colts have won their 17th consecutive regular season game.
In your 8th year from expansion, the Houston Texans wanted to come here to Indianapolis, where they had lost 7 straight games. They thought they could win one. They had a chance to tie it, send it into overtime, showing there's still some distance between themselves and the Indianapolis Colts. Missing this field goal, Chris Brown, it goes wide left, but just narrowly, very close to making that kick. Boy, is he going to be sick in his stomach on the plane ride back to Houston.
The Colts get their 3rd fourth quarter comeback this season. You can feel the agony in Coach Gary Kubiak for the 2nd consecutive week. Peyton Manning has led his team from behind for a win. They are 8-0